Well, Rise and Grind DMV, happy Saturday. We are waking up to cloudy conditions in a few locations right now, seeing some light rain, and that will be the trend as we head through your day today. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast up next.
This morning on DC News Now, the Supreme Court ordering the return of a Maryland father who was wrongfully deported, what his lawyers are doing to make sure he's brought back, plus the tariff war escalating with China, how local businesses are responding, plus a festival for the cherry blossoms, what you need to do in order to take part in all the fun.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Haley Mylon. The time now 7 a.m. We're going to take a live look outside. The National Cathedral looking gorgeous. Look at all that greenery down below on the bottom half of your screen. That can only mean one thing, that spring is here. It is April, and Brittany, April showers, what do?
They bring May flowers.
We love that, but unfortunate for our weekend.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know about you, but at least the plants closer to my apartment, they have started to turn green because they were like that brownish color.
Yeah.
So, you know, we are starting to see those plants and the grass starting to brighten up. Overall, we are going to be tracking more green on the radar, and I'm not talking about plants, I'm actually talking about rain right now. Radar right now showing you at least we are dry here in the nation's capital. Your time now 7:01, and overall much of the area is seeing dry conditions at this hour. It's heading further off to the north and west as you head towards the 4-state region of our area. That's where we're seeing a few of those showers. So if you are going to be heading out, especially out towards Hagerstown, you guys are dealing with some light drizzle right around 40, I-81, and even 70. So make sure to take your time if you are going to be heading out on those major highways. Even further south, out towards Martinsburg, West Virginia, you guys are holding on to some light rain at this hour. We'll continue to see light rain as we head through the first half of our morning, but we will start to dry things out as we head through the afternoon. We're also dealing with some patchy fog, all thanks to this weakening low that's just off the coast of Delmarva. This will continue to push offshore as we head through the day today. We are expecting to see a little bit of a break in the rain before more rain returns tonight, and then drier conditions expected to end out the weekend. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast, Haley, and what to expect up next.
Okay, Brittany, we're going to check in with you in just a couple minutes. Thank you. A judge cracking down on the Trump administration's handling of deportation, saying that the government needs to provide daily updates on how it's working to bring home a Maryland father mistakenly deported. It follows the Supreme Court's ruling for the administration to facilitate his return. Our Ben Dennis has the latest on the case.
Supporters of 29-year-old Kilmar Abrego Garcia gathering outside Maryland federal court today, merely 12 hours after America's high court ordered the U.S. government bring the young father back to the States from a notorious El Salvadoran prison.
They need to do that as quickly as possible.
Attorney Simon Sandoval Motionberg.
The government attorney did say that they intend to comply with the order and bring him back. That's the bare minimum. They should have done that already. They've had plenty of time between the Supreme Court's order early yesterday evening and now. He should be here in the United States. It's a 5-hour flight.
Yes. Federal District Court Judge Paula Zinnes ordering the government to share Garcia's whereabouts and precisely what they've done and will do to bring him back. A government attorney saying they're actively considering what could be done and noted it would take several agencies working together. No telling what may happen once on American soil. Federal law enforcement contends Garcia is a gang member.
And there's no evidence in the record of any criminality, gang ties, any of that stuff. I mean, at this point, I have to assume that if they had any of that evidence, they would have filed it.
Meantime, it's concerns over the lack of due process afforded to Garcia before being mistakenly deported that continues to draw pushback, including from lawyers like Congressman Glenn Ivey, who represents where Garcia and his family live in Prince George's County.
I think this is the right way to go. Give him his day in court, and whatever that judge decides, that's the way it should go. But, you know, let's do it the right way, or, you know, so you don't have to do it over again.
And the judge ordering daily updates on Garcia's whereabouts, including a stern directive about working to bring him back to America, saying, quote, "I guess my message for what it's worth. If you can do it tomorrow." A verdict has been handed down for a man who ran over a Montgomery County police officer while driving more than 100 miles per hour. He's been found guilty of assault, but the jury acquitted Rafael Mayorga of first and second degree attempted murder and first degree assault. The jury determined that Mayorga did not intentionally hit Sergeant Patrick Kep as police tried to stop his vehicle. Mayorga, who was 19 at the time of the 2023 crash, hit Sergeant Kep as he was putting out stop sticks to deflate Mayorga's tires. Sergeant Kep lost both legs in the crash. The state's attorney and MCPD, they're upset with the verdict.
The idea that he did not purposely do this to Officer Kep is offensive to us.
What we're disheartened by, what we're angry about, is that in this state, a 19-year-old can turn a 4,200-pound vehicle into a guided missile.
Rafael Mayorga will be sentenced in August. He faces up to 28 years in prison. Well, the General Assembly earlier this year passed the Sergeant Patrick Kep Act. It adds stricter penalties, including jail time for drivers going more than 30 miles per hour past the speed limit. Well, a global trade war intensifies. The world's two largest economies are amping up their retaliatory tariffs on one another. China now slapping a 125% tax on all American goods. One local small business telling us they are concerned, making U.S. products like pharmaceuticals, planes, and soybeans potentially too expensive to sell to China. It was in response, Chinese leaders say, to President Trump putting a 145% tariff on all imports from China. Now, this will likely jack up prices for electronics, clothing, and toys, and those tariffs, they're going to have a big impact on our area's small business owners and shoppers. DC News Now's Max Marcella shares that part of the story.
Clothes that reflect the interests of the wearer.
Eva St. Clair, half of DC-based Princess Awesome, says her company makes the fun stuff. Dresses with dinosaurs, rainbows, outer space, many of which are styled for kids, but that's where the fun has ended.
We just can't plan accurately for what's going to happen.
The tariffs and escalating trade war with China have left St. Clair and her business partner worrying how they'll pay themselves and their one other employee.
We don't know which factories we can work with and which ones we should probably try to make a new relationship with.
She says some of these items are tariffed differently based on material and country where it's produced. They're not raising prices, asking instead for tips on sales if a customer can afford to give.
With the uncertainty in the economy, we know people are cutting back to begin with.
But small businesses' efforts to not raise prices can only go so far. For instance, at this hardware store here in Manassas, some of these grills, the owner tells us, will cost $200 more each.
If something that cost $1 last week now costs $2, the price is going to have to go up in store just because there's not a lot of margin in hardware.
Sarah Pitkin owns this store and 3 others in Northern Virginia. She says shoppers may not see a huge difference for many items yet, but the uncertainty is making her job of deciding what to buy and how many difficult.
Knowing whether or not those specialty items, the larger items that we bring in, if we should be buying them now or waiting to see if this is just a lot of increase that's going to go away.
Pitkin says she's looking to find more American-made products since much of what's sold in hardware stores comes from China, but both Pitkin and St. Clair say small businesses are taking the brunt of this trade war.
We're not making 10,000 of the same item. We're making 400 or 500 in 10 sizes.
Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Max, thank you for that reporting. And happening today, Beer Fest is returning to Nats Park. More than 80 craft breweries from around the DMV will be there. Now, tickets, they're $55. You get unlimited samples. VIP tickets are $90. Now, also happening today, the National Cherry Blossom Festival wraps up with a big parade. It's a showcase of talent from across the country right here in DC. And our Daniel Hamburg takes us to the University of the District of Columbia, where dancers had one more practice before the big day.
1, 2, sharp, go. Sharp, 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 sharp.
Dozens of dancers are getting ready to take center stage.
9, 10, 11, 12.
The bright colors ringing in spring at the National Cherry Blossom Festival parade.
I just love spring. Like, it's when everything's blooming. It's just so wonderful. Like, seeing all the colors and people. It's just amazing.
It's hard work preparing for the opening and closing performances.
Got to dive into the chocolate and come up.
These dancers from Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania all meeting for the first time today to perform together in the parade tomorrow.
At my home studio, Perna Dance Center, we've been rehearsing and practicing, and now we get to come together and do it all together for the first time.
The blossoms may have turned green, but there's no shortage of love for this season.
The whole festival is about joy and the spirit of renewal and appreciation.
These teens from across the country certainly embody that.
Very excited for all the crowds and everything. I love to dance and perform, so this is a very big deal for me.
I just love performing in front of people and just giving to the community.
In addition to these dancers, people watching the parade are in for a treat.
Lots of fun performances. Our Grand Marshal is Ken Jennings, as well as we have Minnie and Mickey Mouse coming and Princess Ariel. Wonderful giant helium balloons, Hello Kitty, Shrek.
The parade steps off Saturday morning on Constitution Avenue at 10 a.m. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Going to be way too much fun out there. Daniel, thank you for that inside look. If you're taking a bus to the parade, make sure you give yourself some extra time there. WMATA says temporary detours will impact 12 routes along major roads in downtown DC. There are advisories in place from now until midnight. And Brittany, if you are headed out that way, it's going to be a rainy one, but hey, you got a peek at some of those performances for today.
Yeah.
Family's got a lot in store.
A lot in store today. It's going to be a fun parade, but it's going to be cloudy and it's also going to be cooler today. So you definitely want to make sure you have the jacket on hand, and you may also want to bring the poncho, because for the start of the parade, we do have a slight chance for us to see a few showers. Notice temperatures, though, will be still holding on to the 40s. Right around lunchtime, it looks like we do start to see drier conditions here in DC. 48 expected to be the outside temperature. We start to warm things up into the lower 50s right around 2 o'clock. And then as we head through your Saturday night, we will be tracking a few more isolated showers. But the good news is not going to be a washout. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast and what to expect, Haley, up next.
Brittany, thank you.